Hey, what's up everyone? Hope everyone's doing great today. I'm about to go over one of my most recent workout videos. Pretty great workout I had. Nothing too much about it, just a high intensity upper body workout. I did not include a few of the exercises in there, and I included one of my most recent PRs from a different workout. So it's gonna be great. And just I want to explain a little bit of some of the ideas behind the exercises and kind of how I optimize the exercise for my muscular development and strength wise. So let's get started. This is my 295 pound bench press PR that I hit a few days ago. Two of my buddies spotted me, so let's get into this. And right off the bat, you can notice that I have a pad on the bench. Just because at commercial gyms, the benches are so freaking narrow that your scapula overhangs and it can cause a lot of problems with your shoulders. So unfortunately, I just use a pad. Makes it a little bit easier. Easier on my shoulders. I get a little bit more power off the ground, so that's nice. And I do lean into the bench a little bit, and my hips were cramping up in the beginning because I just did not stretch them. As you can see, I'm just waving them out. But good lift off, explode. My left arm just starts going everywhere. My right arm was pretty much fine. It was because I was at a slight angle. But it moved pretty well. I'm very happy with it. It's by far the most weight I've ever moved. And we move on to 225. So 225 pounds for 3 reps. This is my warm-up in the beginning. Just kind of trying to gauge how much weight I actually have in me that day. I like doing 225 for a few reps just to kind of feel how hard I should push myself. And it kind of gives me a really good gauge of like, hey, maybe I go for a PR today. Maybe I up the volume a little bit, up the weight. Just kind of really helps me kind of get my mindset set for the rest of the workout. And this is 225 for 8 reps. One of the nice guys at the gym was spotting me. And I like to have a spotter just because I dropped the bar on myself a few times. But it feels good. I make sure that I'm not bouncing it. It's just touch and go. Up and down 8 times. By the 8th, I probably had 2 more left in me. But it felt really good. It felt great. And there we go. A little bit of a... There we go. Okay. And this I think is 225 for 8 again. It might be for 6 or 7 because I know I did 4 sets. I did 3 of 8, and then I did 1 where I went to like 6. I did 6 solid ones, so we'll see how many this is. But I'm guessing it's gonna be 8. But it still feels really good. I like benching. Benching's been one of my favorite things lately, just because it gets continually going up. Like I haven't seen much growth in my bench press in a while, and I think that was 6 or 7. Makes sense because I'm a tired man in this video already. And just laying on a bench and putting your arms on your shoulders really helps me stretch out. But move into some back exercises. Combining chest and back exercises is one of my favorite things to do, just because they go so well together. And chest and back pumps look amazing. This is me warming up with I think like 160 on lat pull downs. Not too much weight. There we go. Got to take off the shirt, expose the back muscles. I don't lock it out fully just because it's a little bit more awkward starting it from the top versus starting it a little bit down. So I get a little bit more tension on the muscles when I am not fully locking out my arms. But that felt really good, and I had another one from a different angle. Just I really make sure to let it pull my back into place. It's weird. You think that... So when I'm letting it go up, I'm slowly letting go of the tension in my back until the top, while still keeping it. So like I'll let my shoulders extend and then I'll pull back down again while flexing my back as much as I can. This is my incline bench press, incline machine bench. I like switching it up. It's fun to not always do barbell bench press. So a little bit of everything. It felt good. I'm going to pause it right here. I've just been really trying to focus more on going hard in the gym than the actual volume or reps that I'm pushing. So if I can't get the 10 on there, I'd rather get it with a really good solid weight and just really feel it versus training intensely for like 1 set and then having to like go really weak for the rest of it because you have no more strength left in you and you can't really gauge how hard you should go. So I've really liked the idea of just kind of not winging it necessarily, like having a plan when going to the gym, but having a little bit more flexibility in the other lifts past your main compounds, your bench presses, your deadlifts, your squats. So for this one, I added in incline machine bench. It wasn't in my program. I did it for I think a few sets of 10, a few sets of 8, a few sets of 10. I don't know how much I did, and it doesn't really matter because I just had that intensity there. The volume mixed with intensity is a good recipe for gains. So we'll start back up again. I think my next exercise was the seated rows. Not an exercise that I usually do, but I like trying new things, and it's a little bit harder for me to feel it in my back when I'm doing these. So you can see me really focusing on letting the weight pull my back down. Really the not muscle memory is what I'm looking for, mind-muscle connection. So I really focus on this in this video, just try and get the best contraction I possibly can. And then I hit one more set of this, and it feels good. It's a little bit harder because my biceps and forearms like to take over like immediately after my back has used a little bit of energy. So I don't push it too hard. I make sure I use good form over everything else and slow down the movement while flexing pretty much everything in my back as much as I can. And then I switch to chest machine flies. Great exercise. I like these just for really getting a good chest bump, for getting a lot of blood flow there after the workout, and it gets a really good stretch too if you can open up your palms. So when I go in, as you can see in the video, I open my hands up towards the back. So this is me in the beginning, or when it's flexed in the middle, and then this is me as I go out. And then it really allows you to open up your chest muscles for the best contraction you possibly can have. And then they actually get pretty hard too, depending on how much weight you're using. I get like the most amazing stretch. And it gives me a bicep pump too, just because there is some tension placed on the biceps when you're doing the exercise. So one of my favorites. And then I had another angle, looking jacked out of my mind, with my face looking like I don't know what, just because my lifting face is the worst thing ever. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that my lifting face is just the ugliest, most awkward face ever, which is perfectly fine with me. It's not something that I care about. I just think it's funny. So, me and my 15 chins, you can see that opening them up, and then as I go in, I sandwich them together. Had to throw in some curls there, get a nice finishing bicep pump. Who doesn't like bicep pumps? They all felt really good. I went a little bit heavier today, so you can see me throwing a little bit of cheating in there, which is fine. I don't have a problem with cheating on curls as long as you're focusing on the contraction as hard as you can. And this is probably my favorite lift. This is the farmer's carries with the kettlebells. I love them. For my first few walks, I'll go slow and just focus on really intentionally stepping, while keeping my traps flexed and pulling slightly. So they're not fully hanged, just because when you do get full hang, weights pulling down on your locked arms, it does put a little bit of stress on your elbows and your shoulders. So I like a little bit of a flex, a little bit of tension on there, and then obviously if I feel like something tearing, I'm going to drop it. So I know that, and then you'll probably notice me speed up a little bit more towards the end, but overall, an amazing exercise. And I'm actually going to pause it right here. I love these just because it's a full body exercise. You get the most amazing burn in your forearms, and for me, someone who doesn't like grip training or forearm training, I can throw these in at the end, hit my back, hit my traps, hit my chest a little bit, my biceps a little bit, my forearms a lot, and my grip a lot too. So it's really good, just the overall finisher. And central nervous, your CNS conditioning too, yeah, it's important as well. If your body is used to handling more weight and is used to a higher workload, you'll be able to do more every day in your life. That's why lifting is such amazing carryover to your everyday activities, just because if you're able to do more in the gym, you'll be able to do more work in real life. You'll have a higher tolerance for pain and be able to put out more intensity into your everyday. So that's personally another big reason why I lift. But I went over some really good exercises in this workout, and it was super solid as well too. Hopefully you guys learned something and I was able to impart some good knowledge upon you guys. But until I record the next video, which is probably going to be soon, I will see you guys later. Hope everyone has a great day. I probably will be posting this later than you all thought, just purely because school and work have been crazy lately. But I love my job. I get to work at a gym, so that's a treat every day in and of itself. So have a great day, guys. I'm about to go smash a workout in less than 30 minutes. See you guys later. Peace.